I've not seen you since that incident in 2006 at Rock the Bells.
Yeah, it might have been that.
Yeah.
You're just going right out the gate with it.
Well, I mean, what do you want? It's a notable thing that happened.
I like
you know?
Yeah.
It was, I mean, I've told that story a couple times recently. I told it to Eric Andre on the podcast we had him on. And, I guess I only told it that once, yeah.
Well, Eric is the kind of guy that would have tried to pull something like that too, but Eric would have got beat up. We don't know Eric like we know you, Steve.
Right. I mean, dude, I literally like, I don't know. I felt like kind of traumatized by that, and not even traumatized, but like traumatized by feeling guilty. You know, like I've never for all my crazy antics, for all the stuff I do, I've never been the guy who tried to offend people or upset people. You know, like I've always done my shit like at my own expense. You know, like I'm the butt of the joke, and I'm like, you know, like I don't do like mean or offensive shit. So yeah, that didn't sit well with me. And I remember bumping into RZA at some point after that. I saw him somewhere, and I was like, hey man, dude, like, you know, yeah, I want to acknowledge that, dude. I want to try and make it right. And RZA was like, dude, I didn't care. You know, like,
yeah, because RZA knows your heart. He knew that it wasn't done in an offensive manner. But at that moment in time, in that space, with, you know, Dirty's mother being there and things of that nature, because even I didn't really think, because you told me you was going to do it. And I was like, Steve, if you're going to do that, well, okay. I mean, you know, but in the space that it happened in, I wasn't offended by it until Chef brought it to my eyes that the people who were present may be offended by it.
Right.
See, I'm in show mode. So when that was brought to my attention, it hit me like, oh.
Right.
Wow. And I'm pretty sure it hit you like that too. Probably like, oh,
yeah.
Wow, I didn't think of that part of it. You know what I mean? And that's how I basically took it. And I think a lot of the other members probably took it that way too. But some was genuinely freaking pissed.
Right. Yeah, for sure, man. And boy, Raekwon turned me into a real sissy real fast.
I've seen him do that before the other people. So
yeah.
Hey, it's what it is, bro.
Steve, real quick, for anyone who didn't see the Eric Andre episode, like what are you guys talking about? What happened?
That's a fair question. So it was 2006. It was a big Rock the Bells festival. There were it was headlined by Wu-Tang. They had all kinds of great acts, but Wu-Tang was last. I was there all day just getting sloppy drunk. I'm hanging out with Method Man like in the back, and I'm telling Method Man, yo, when I was locked up in LA correctional facility in the Twin Towers, they took me out of my cell, and I was hanging out with the cops in there, and they said, yo, dude, you're in ODB's cell. He's always in here. And I was like, man, that just made me feel like I love ODB, and you know, we were like cellmates, man. I want to do something on stage at the show to, you know, to like as a tribute to ODB. You know, I think he'd love it. I'm gonna get butt naked. I'm gonna flip my balls back and forth and catch him.
Mangina. Tell it like you told me. You told me it was a mangina, and I've never heard anything like that before in my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip my balls and dick back and forth. I'm gonna catch in a mangina, and while I'm standing there with my mangina, then I'm gonna do a perfect backflip, and dude, it actually ended up being the best double backflip I ever landed. I never landed one that clean in my life. But yeah, so and at first it was all like kind of fun and games. We were joking around backstage like, oh man, that's funny. And then Method Man came up to me a little while later before they went on.
Like,
he says, you can't do it, dude. He says, they're gonna kick your ass. And I said, let him kick my ass, man. ODB would probably love that. And
okay.
Drunk, yeah. This was probably during the PCP days, right?
Right, and then you know, it's like so many things, dude. It's like, oh yeah, let that, and then when it actually happens, I'm like, I'm sorry.
And this was on stage.
Oh yeah, dude. Raekwon. So I did it. Like Method Man said, ODB's mom was there. Like it was this like tribute to him, and you know, I grabbed the mic, I do my thing, and like, dude. And it was actually kind of, nobody seemed that upset at first. And then they played like Shimmy Ya and Brooklyn Zoo, and it was like we're all having a good time. But then all of a sudden, like Raekwon just grabs me by the neck with both hands, and he's like, "Yo, you're gonna apologize, man. That was disrespectful." And,
On the mic?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He said, "I will."
Stop the music! Stop the music!
Yeah.
Stop the music to grab you by the neck.
Grab me
Now
by the.
that I have your attention, it was a like, you know, an assembly moment when the principal walks into the room, and because all the students are being too rowdy, and he steps up on stage and says something like, "We don't do that here at McKenna High School." You guys know it. Steve, sit your ass down before I call your mom. You know we know her. She's been here a few times. But damn the LAPD for that, man, talking about this is dirty cell. What kind of fucking harassment shit is that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They listed off. They said.
Who else was cells? Was that?
They said what this is. We call this Robert Downey Jr. block because I was in protective custody.
See, that's so fucking tacky right there. You know, I mean. Go ahead.
Hey man, it's all good, dude. I'm not disagreeing with you. They said it's like the Robert Downey Jr. block. This is where all the celebrities come. It's protective custody, so nobody gets like, you know, our high profile inmates. They're like, we had Tommy Lee, Robert Downey Jr. You know, like ODB's always in here. They said you're in his cell. Yeah, And I didn't even, you know, honestly, I just thought, I felt honored to be in ODB's cell.
See, in the mental game, it is that, you know, they're proud that they had these, and this is some of these celebrities' lowest freaking moments that who've been rehabilitated, by the way, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Rehabilitated, by the way. So for them to still have those, that is just terrible, man.
Yeah, they're probably in their jail cell. Like, can I get a selfie with you, dude?
Oh, dude, like the cops were. I had just got my back tattoo, but the movie wasn't out yet, so nobody knew about it. And the cops are all taking pictures with my back tattoo
In jail.
Yeah, in their office. They took me out of my cell, like into their office.
Probably thought that was cool as hell, right?
I did. I was like, man,
it would have been cooler if they would have let your ass go.
For sure. What was your history with the Wu-Tang before that event?
But we had Method Man on Wild Boys with us, which was such a huge honor.
Yeah.
There was another time when you were here for, it was like the night before, like I don't know, maybe the BET Awards. And I think it was that because at the hotel, I went to go hang with Method Man.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys were tight.
I mean, I don't know if it was how tight we were, but to me, he was just always a bro, you know? Method Man was always just so cool to me. And so I met up with Method Man at his hotel. And yeah, I remember you were tripping too because you were like, dude, here in California, you can just go to a store and buy weed. It's like, you know, now New York always had it dialed though, because even though it was illegal in New York, they had like the delivery system. You know, some guy shows up on a bicycle and gives you like good ass weed, but it wasn't legal, you know. Here in LA, he said, and Meth's like, yo, dude, I just went to a store and bought this. Like, this is insane. And he's rolling up a blunt. I forget what you had some funny thing about how you were the master of rolling blunts, like something. Yeah, and then so we're smoking this blunt, and all of a sudden I'm like, yo, dude, fucking, hey, Meth, fucking throw the blunt across your hotel room. I'll catch it in my mouth. so he throw, and Method Man's got a big old hotel room. He throws this lit blunt across the room, and I gotta catch it, right? But I catch it the wrong way, so I got I catch the burning end in my lips. But I don't care. I'm not gonna drop this thing, man. This is my shot. so I catch it. I catch it, and it just straight burns my lip, and I'm like, yo, dude, do I look like I have herpes?
You remember that, Meth?
Yes, I do. That's facts. He wanted to catch a blunt in his mouth and shit. Did you tape that, Steve?
Mm-hmm. I have the footage, and I've still never done anything with it.
He caught that motherfucker, though. He caught that son of a bitch. He caught it.
Guess what? I have the number 30 ranked hot sauce on all of Amazon. It's called Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. And if you go on Amazon and type in Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole and order yourself a bottle, you'd be really helping me, because right now we're ranked number 30 on all of Amazon, and if you buy a bottle, we might go up the ladder, and that would mean a lot. So please get on Amazon and buy Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.